Yeah, that's a nice thing. You need to read the book. Sorry if I look a bit casual, this chair's not really going to stop. Yeah, you're right. I should lean forward like Strauss would. Who's first, please?
Graeme, how confident are you after that great end to the day?
It is a great end to the day. I think we got just rewards for our perseverance with the ball, taking those last 7 wickets for 30 or 40 runs, and it could have been a very tricky period for the openers, but they've calmed the storm nicely there and set us up for what hopefully will be a good chase tomorrow.
Is it down to Monty that you're back in the game, Graeme?
Monty bowled very well. I think it's down to all 4 of the bowlers, to be honest. Without the perseverance that we all showed out there, Pakistan would have got an unassailable lead, but I don't believe they've got that.
You've known Monty a long time. I mean, the way he's come back into the team, clearly the trust that the captain has of giving him so many overs. Do you think this is almost the best he's bowled for him?
I don't know if it's the best he's bowled for England. I think that's taken a lot away from what he's done in the past, to be honest. I think people were very quick to jump on Monty's back a couple of years ago when he was left out, but he's remained a very fine bowler, and he's bowled exceptionally well in the 2 games he's played over here, and it's just more of a reminder for you guys how good he is, rather than the sour taste that some of you seem to have with him by the end of the West Indies tour a couple of years ago.
Right from the start from here, you said that you valued and wanted to be bowling with him. Has it worked out the way you'd hoped?
Yes, it has. I wanted 2 spinners playing, and we're playing 2 spinners. So, I've said all along, I love having 2 spinners in the game. The rhythms of the match, the way it all flows, the fact that I don't have to do as much bowling, it's great. And I think coming back into the team, he was obviously nervous going into that Abu Dhabi match, but second innings, I thought he actually bowled better in the first innings than his figures suggested. And he's got just rewards for how he just kept persevering with his line of length.
Well, Graeme, you've had to work hard for your wickets, haven't you? In the whole series, and today you've kept waiting for a long time for breakthrough.
Yeah, such is life sometimes. It's no great secret that their team's riddled with right-handers, which obviously doesn't play into my court very well. But that's life sometimes. You get lucky with the team you play against, sometimes you don't. And it is always trickier, obviously, on wickets that the odd ball turns and the odd ball goes straight on. If you're coming round the wicket and able to attack the stumps and bring the slip into play, like you are for me to left-handers, then it's you've got twice as many ways of dismissing a batsman. I preferred playing Pakistan 2 years ago when they had 6 or 7 lefters. It was absolutely wonderful, but I have to wait my turn these days.
And has it been hard for you? It looked hard, a hard game.
It has been hard because obviously there's the right-handed players they have got are decent players of spin, and certainly the guys who have scored well in this game, Yunus and Ali, they batted superbly, I think, yesterday. It may have been the worst thing they could possibly do because they may have shown us how to bat against the spinners on this pitch, but we'll have to wait and see for tomorrow.
Graeme, second half of this match has been a patience test with the ball. Do you think now it comes to batting it'll be the same again? Dig in, is that how to...
Yeah, I do. I'd like to think we'll all go into our shells and block it and wait for a bad ball like we did last game, and so you can all destroy us again. No, I think each of the batsmen will have come up with obviously game plans that differ from the Abu Dhabi debacle in the second innings, because that simply wasn't good enough for a test team to not be able to chase that total against anyone. We should have won that game. So we've got a much bigger chase on our hands here. But I think you've seen, certainly from Straussy, he's obviously looked at the way he played there and has come up with a few countermeasures, counter punches for the Pakistan spinners, and hopefully the rest of the guys have as well, because I think we're due a decent score on this series, and I'm forever the optimist, so I'd like to think it's going to be tomorrow.
Graeme, how do you feel about the condition of the pitch as compared to the first day's game?
The pitch is exceptional, I think. The first day was one of those freak days where anyone who said that wasn't a good pitch knows nothing about cricket, because it was a fantastic cricket wicket. It did just enough to get the edge, just enough to get LBs, and I think certainly from our point of view we bowled superbly. Our seamers bowled superbly on that first day, so that was just a case of first day pitch and very good bowling. I think the pitch has flattened out a bit. It's obviously been baked by the sun for a couple of days, and it showed today. It wasn't really turning that much. The odd ball goes, but the actual middle of the pitch is exceptional still. So that fills us with a lot of hope going into tomorrow.
When you've got so much time left in the game, target like that, how do the batsmen go about that target? Is it just about almost forgetting it and playing themselves and playing the next game?
Yeah, I think that the very fact that there is such a long time left, I mean, that takes out the equation. I mean, if this game goes 5 days fully, then I'll eat this hat, this terrible British insurance hat that I have to wear at this press conference. But not because the sponsor's terrible, obviously, but because it's ill-fitting. Yeah, you know, I'd be very surprised if there wasn't a result either way by the end of tomorrow or early on the fifth day. And I look forward to toasting Cookie and Strauss's magnificent 333-run partnership.
But in terms of the approach the batsmen should take?
I don't know. I think the ideal way to play on this pitch, personally, is to go a bit gung-ho, but that's why I bat number 10. I think the way Yunus and Ali batted really showed us, you know, the way to play on this pitch. They used their bat, they didn't let it hit their pads, and Yunus especially took the attack to the spinners a little bit. He just when you thought you were settling against him, he'd pull a bit of a big shot out of the bag, and his century yesterday was one of the best I've seen for a long time.
How big an achievement would it be to get runs when you bowled out to 70 and 140 in your last two attempts?
Well, exactly. I think on current form, it's an absolute mountain to climb we've got. But like it's sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. Like I say, I think we're due a score. I think our batsmen, you know, have certainly got a point to prove to themselves, not just themselves, but to you guys as well. And I think, you know, like I say, I'm forever the optimist, and I think a couple of them are going to go out and wow everyone tomorrow.
And to salvage something from the series is important.
It is important, yeah, because we came into this series full of hope that we could win. And let's face it, this game should be the decider. This should be the best day's Test cricket ever tomorrow, because it's deciding the whole series. And if it wasn't for 2 hours of absolute madness in Abu Dhabi, it would be. So we have to salvage something from this series. It looked a long time today like we wouldn't have a chance to do that when that partnership was going. But like I say, we persevered and we pulled it back, and now we're in with a fighting chance.
Do you believe, Graeme, it's an important day as you look ahead as well, with Sri Lanka sort of just around the corner and India at the back end of the year? I mean, this whole Test match in a way is important for your future battles on the subcontinent.
Well, I don't look at it like that. I think it's important for the game in itself and to salvage something from this series. But you know, we won't look ahead and say, right, if we win tomorrow, then brilliant, we'll win in Sri Lanka and we'll win in India. We know we've got a lot of work to do with the bat and the ball, and we need to keep improving. If we're going to be serious about staying number one and being there for a long time, we need to come to the subcontinent. Sorry, we're not in the subcontinent now, but we need to come to Asia and beat teams, and we haven't done that in this series.
Graeme, the way Pakistan will have, do you think Pakistan is still beat up in the match?
I think Pakistan was certainly looking to go out of reach at one point, but you know, we know that we can go through the lower order well for the Pakistan team. We've done that throughout the series, and so we always knew if we you know, broke the partnership, got rid of Misbah especially because he's been a bit of a thorn in our side as well, that we could, you know, take some wickets quickly. We probably took them far quicker than we thought, for 30 odd runs. I think the last 7 wickets fell. So like I say, I think that's it reflects well on how we persevered with the ball, because it was very tough for a while out there. It was very hot, it wasn't doing anything, and the guys were batting very well, and you can easily get really down on yourself, start feeling sorry for yourselves, but we didn't do that, and we made sure we kept fighting, because let's face it, chasing 500 is nigh on impossible, but chasing 320 is gettable.
Last 2 questions.
Since you and Monty both left your hats, have you kept in touch with them, encouraged them in these last couple of years? Because that's some tough days, isn't it? And do you think he would be a good shout for back into the ODI squad?
Well, it's a tricky one. I don't know if the ODI squad's been mentioned yet. I think Monty's a fine bowler. He always has been. You know, we're not best of friends, but we're certainly we don't text each other every day. He did give me his BBM pin a few days ago, and the nonsense that's come to my phone ever since, I think I might delete it. But you know, I always knew that Monty had come good because he's a superb bowler, and I think the best thing he did, although, you know, not being disparaging towards Northampton, but to actually go away from there, to go to Sussex, get out of his comfort zone, and prove himself that, you know, he was back and ready to play for England again, speaks volumes for where he is now. And, you know, 60 odd wickets for Sussex last year. It was never easy playing in a poor Championship team. Sorry, can I say that? I forever have digs at Sussex. I love him, really. You know, he got 60 odd wickets, got himself back in the team, and he's bowled superbly. So good on him. As far as the one-dayers go, then who knows? I'm not really sure what the makeup of the team is. After the way we played in India, I'd put anyone else in rather than the 11 who played there, to be honest.
Do you think he used you as an example of when he was leading Northants? Because it revitalised both your careers in a way, didn't it?
Yeah, well, sometimes, excuse me, sometimes making the jump and getting out of your comfort zone can really help you. And, you know, it did for me. Obviously, there were different reasons why we left that club. I think Monty's were far less acrimonious than mine were. But, you know, yeah, it certainly helped me in my career, and it seems to be helping Monty as well.
Great, thanks very much.
Thanks, guys. Thank you for the water as well, whoever did that.